that we've seen how the defects are predicted, let's go to the next Requs AI feature, which is downtime and reliability prediction. This feature is typically used by site reliability and availability and reliability people. It predicts failure rate, mean time to failure, as well as the critical failure rate, mean time to critical failure, reliability, and availability. Several of the inputs needed for these calculations are here over in required inputs. So for example, the number of installed sites determines the rate of improvement of the reliability. I will show that shortly. So mass installed software will grow faster than software that's installed on only a few sites. Anyone who's been involved in software knows if you have millions of customers, they will find the defects a lot faster than if you only have a few. The typical fraction of defects in operation that affect availability determines, if we look over here, the critical failure rate is directly related to that. If you don't know that from test data or past history, we have a default value that comes with the software. The average operating hours of software per month are going to determine metrics like the mean time to failure. And the mean time to software restore, here we have 1 hour in there as a default, is used in the availability predictions. And we do have guidance there on how to compute that. The schedule time in years for the product release, we have a quarter of a year, quarterly releases. That is going to determine the width of these sawtooths here. So you can see these are every 3 months here, and that's what that is used for. So again, most of the inputs that affect the RAM panel are right here on the required inputs, as well as the defect density and the risk level affects the defects, and the defect predictions are going to directly affect these inputs here. Let's take a look at some of the graphs. We have mean time to failure. This is extrapolated out over many different program increments. Mean time to critical failure, the predicted failure rate, predicted critical failure rate, unavailability, and unreliability. We can export all the metrics, and we can also see it in a tabular form. Next, we'll go over how to optimize the predicted defects, the risk level, and the RAM metrics.